Yes, so start with prayers. Omagyantimarandase Gyanam Janashanakaya Chakshumaritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasha Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Vadayate Krishnaya Krishna Tanya Namne Gaurituse Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishvanutsute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Paritanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gauravatrenda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So before I begin, I will like to do some revision of the previous chapters, what we have done, and about the yoga ladder, right? So I'm going to ask you the questions today to have a revision. That what is Karma Yoga and what is difference between Karma Kanda and Karma Yoga? Okay, so you can raise your hand who would like to answer. Okay, Suman Mataji. Yes, you can unmute and say. You have to unmute. Okay, anybody else? Till that time Mataji unmutes. Want to say difference? Okay, Payal Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Karma Kanda means... Hello? Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, Karma Kanda means we are performing sacrifices for the demigod to get some material benefit. And Karma Yoga means like we are doing the work without detachment with the result of the result of the whatever work we are doing.
Okay, very nice. So anyone like to say difference between Nishkam Karma Yoga and Sakam Karma Yoga? What is Sakam Karma Yoga and what is Nishkam Karma Yoga? Yes, anyone? Okay, Kritik Mishra.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
The difference between the Nishkam Karma Yoga and Sakam Karma Yoga is in Sakam Karma Yoga you have some worry for the result of your action, and in Nishkam Karma Yoga you don't have any worry about your result of your action. You do your best and leave the rest to God.
Okay, very nice. Okay, anyone would like to tell difference between Nishkam Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga? Okay, I'll give you some example. See, by your definition, see, Karma Kanda means people are doing sacrifices, worshipping the Devtas to get some results. Then person come to Sakam Karma Yoga where he wants results, but he want to worship only Lord Vishnu, and he will pray to Lord Vishnu, and he is attached to results. So the Sakam Karma Yogi is attached to work also and attached to result also. But a Nishkam Karma Yogi is attached to work but not attached to results. He gives the results of his work to God. Then Bhakti Yogi is ready to do whatever work Lord wants him. For example, some devotee, one devotee makes nice halwa, and after making halwa, he asks all the devotees, "How is the halwa? How is the halwa? Is good now? Halwa is good now. You like the halwa now?" There. So what means he's looking for appreciation from devotees. There. So he's attached to the seva. He did the seva, but he also wants appreciation from devotees. Now further, a devotee makes jalebi and he makes nice jalebi, but he doesn't ask. He goes away from, means he's not there in the temple, and he's very happy making jalebi. He's not worried whether devotees are appreciating, and if some mistake comes, he's ready to improve there. But he's not worried about devotees should appreciate me. He's doing service to the Vaishnavas. So he comes to the level Nishkam Karmi Yoga. But he likes to make only jalebis. Then another level of devotee comes and asks, Prabhuji, what seva should I do? What can I do? I'm a servant of Krishna. What way can I serve Krishna? He's ready to do anything for the Lord. That's a bhakti yogi. So these are the different yoga ladders. So even a karma yogi is also glorified because he's worshipping Lord Vishnu. He knows the purpose of life is to go back home, back to Godhead. But yet he is not completely purified. Now today, the 6th chapter talks about, so if you see 3rd, 4th and 5th chapter, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th chapter, from 2nd chapter, Krishna begins the karma yoga, and till 5th chapter, Krishna had taken the karma yoga. Right? Now 6th chapter, Krishna is talking about Ashtanga yoga. Now what about Ashtanga yoga? Now you might have already, many of you would have actually heard about Ashtanga yoga, and that rishis are going in the forest doing tapasya, meditation. We heard it only, but when we say okay, we understand it, none of us understand what is Ashtanga yoga. What do they do? But Krishna in the 6th chapter, see, Krishna is talking different yogas, right? To tell us, Arjuna, okay, so Arjuna wanted to achieve perfection by living renunciation. So Krishna is talking about what is real renunciation and saying even working is a renunciation there. Working with detachment and working in devotion is also equivalent to Dhyana. That's what Krishna is proving, that don't leave your duties. You can do spiritual advancement even while doing your duties. Now the 6th chapter, Krishna comes to Ashtanga yoga. Now Ashtanga yoga is actually done when you go to forest and do meditation on the Paramatma. Now who is this Paramatma? Now you may say, who is this Paramatma and what the Ashtanga yogis do? So the whole purpose of Ashtanga yoga, see, Jnana yoga purpose is Sankhya. Sankhya means analyze. You are not his body, you are spirit soul. हम शरीर नहीं, हम आत्मा है. ये किसका पर्पस है? सांख्य का पर्पस है. अष्टांग योगी क्या करते हैं? अपने मन को एकाग्रचित करके जो हमारे हृदय में परमात्मा बैठे हैं उन पे स्थिर करते हैं. ये कौन करता है? अष्टांग योगी करते हैं. तो अष्टांग योगी मन स्थिर करके भगवान पर, जो हमारे हृदय में भगवान बैठे हैं उन पर जो है वो मन को स्थिर करते हैं, जो परमात्मा को ग्रहण करते हैं. तो अष्टांग योगी उस लेवल पे आता है जब वो परमात्मा पे मेडिटेट करते हैं. लेकिन ये परमात्मा कौन है? ये परमात्मा में भगवान श्री कृष्ण का ही अंश है. तो भक्ति योगी क्या होता है? डायरेक्टली भगवान कृष्ण को पूछते हैं, और जो अष्टांग योगी हैं उन भगवान कृष्ण को वो परमात्मा के रूप में अपने हृदय में देखते हैं. यही फर्क है करके देर. तो अभी भगवान, लेकिन एक क्वेश्चन आता है क्या, अच्छा ठीक है, अष्टांग योग करने के लिए अभी हमारा मन कर अष्टांग योग करने के लिए, तो सब छोड़ छाड़ के जंगल में अभी चले जाए. तो कृष्ण फिर से कर्म योग की प्रशंसा करते हैं कि असली योगी वही है जो पहले कर्म योगी है करके, और उसमें बताते हैं अष्टांग योग मीन्स अष्ट अंग. जिस योग में 8 अंग हो उसको अष्टांग योग बोलते हैं करके. तो वो अष्टांग योग क्या है, इसका भक्ति योग से क्या रिलेशनशिप है, इसका क्या ये सब है, ये हम आज इसके बारे में समझेंगे कि अष्टांग योग का क्या रिलेशनशिप है एंड अष्टांग योग कैसे वो होता है. तो आप लोग इंटरेस्टेड हैं अष्टांग योग को जानने के लिए? राइट इन द चैट इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड टू नो अष्टांग योग. बिकॉज अगर आप इंटरेस्ट नहीं तो बता के फायदा क्या है, क्योंकि उसका भगवद गीता का पर्पस तो भक्ति योग को बताने का है. लेकिन ये अष्टांग भगवान एक हमको डिफरेंट योग के थ्रू लेके जा रहे हैं जिससे हम भक्ति को और अप्रिशिएट कर सकें. इसलिए पहले 6 चैप्टर थोड़े टिपिकल लगते हैं. आप पढ़ने बैठोगे तो अगर आपने इफ यू चैंटिंग सम राउंड्स तो मिडिल 6 चैप्टर भगवद गीता के खुद से पढ़ोगे समझ जाओगे. शुरू के 6 चैप्टर पढ़ोगे नहीं समझ में आएगा करके. इसलिए जो है बहुत अंडरस्टैंडिंग की जरूरत होती है. मैं अपनी तरह से पूरी कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि आप शुरू के 6 चैप्टर्स को थोड़ा अच्छे से समझ सकें, और उनको समझना भी बहुत जरूरी है क्योंकि वो हमारे वर्क से रिलेटेड है. अगर आप समझ सकें कि आपका वर्क और स्पिरिचुअलिटी रिलेटेड होती है तो देन यू कैन बैलेंस योर स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ एंड मटेरियल लाइफ. वरना क्या लगता है या तो हम मटेरियल लाइफ करेंगे या स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ करेंगे. अर्जुन का क्या प्रॉब्लम था कि मैं केवल या तो मटेरियल लाइफ करूंगा या फिर मैं वो स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ करूंगा। लेकिन भगवान ने जो उसको ज्ञान दिया अर्जुन को, तो उसमें बताया कि नहीं नहीं नहीं, तो मैटेरियल लाइफ और स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ एक ही चीज है, अलग अलग चीज नहीं है। जब तुम अपनी ड्यूटीज को मेरे लिए करते हो तो वो स्पिरिचुअली तो है करके। तो दैट कृष्ण इज ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन, एंड इन व्हाट कॉन्शियसनेस यू शुड do your duties. That's what Krishna is talking about. And that's why learning this is very, very important for us in Bhagavad Gita, that how this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is so important. Okay, so now let us begin the sixth chapter. So I hope you are eager to know about the sixth chapter and the further details. So let's go ahead. I hope you're seeing my screen. Once again, share again. Yes. So ध्यान योग, easy. E for enemy of friend. पर उसके पहले कल का हम थोड़ा रिवीजन करेंगे। कल में ट्रायंगल पढ़ा था, तो 3 डूअर होते हैं। सो जीवा डिजायर्स, प्लीज रिपीट आफ्टर मी। जीवा डिजायर्स, लॉर्ड सैंक्शंस, प्रकृति एग्जीक्यूट्स। राइट? इफ यू रिमेंबर दिस, you will become very anxiety less in life, because ultimate sanction, see, we have to desire, we have to do our endeavor, but ultimate sanction is whose hand? God's hand. There. So this we develop an understanding by knowing this there, because many times we have a confusion कि हमने कर्म किया, भगवान ने किया, किसने किया। So there are 3 doers for any action to happen. And what is the most important doer? The desire of the jiva is the main doer. जब आप इच्छा करते हो तब कार्य चालू होता है। Therefore we have to be very careful about our desires, what we are desiring, right? Because our desires are the main cause for our upliftment or the work done, and desires are something which are in our hand. Now, so Krishna had talked about the 5th chapter, the Nishkam Karma Yogi. The Nishkam Karma Yogi, who has already purified his vision, now he can make further progress by meditation on the super soul by Ashtanga Yoga there. And then by meditating on the super soul, one develops devotion to him and he becomes a Bhakti Yogi. Understanding Krishna, Supreme Enjoyer, ultimate controller, and the best friend. So this is a transition from Karma Yogi to Jnana Yogi to Bhakti Yogi. And again, Krishna in the first 2 verses talking about even somebody has to become a yogi, first has to become a Nishkam Karma Yogi. Anashri Bhagavan Uvacha Anashrita Karma Phala Karyam Karma Karotiya Sa Sanyasita Yogi Cha Na Nir Agni Na Cha Kiryaha. तो अनाश्रिता कर्म फलम, जो कर्म फल से अनाश्रित है, अनासक्त है, जिसको कर्म फल की इच्छा नहीं, अपने कार्य करने की इच्छा है, कार्यम करोतिया, जो कर्म फल को भगवान के लिए देता है, कर्म फल का त्याग करता है, वो सच में कर्म योगी है, और वही व्यक्ति सन्यासी है, वही व्यक्ति योगी है करके. And this is Krishna saying detached action is same as renunciation. So again Krishna is talking about, because Arjuna say, oh Krishna, you are talking to perform Ashtanga Yoga, then should I go to jungle and run from the battlefield? Krishna is saying, no, Arjun, first become a karma yogi, then you can become an Ashtanga Yogi. First you fight, and then you become an Ashtanga Yogi. So Krishna is again calling back Arjuna. So basically, every chapter is Krishna is talking about, Arjuna, you fight, don't think you can go now. So sometimes people think that, okay, we can become a sannyasi leaving our family, but that's not allowed. We have to purify our heart there. That's how the whole life is made. So now Krishna says there are 2 levels of Ashtanga Yoga. Yoga Rukshu stage and Yoga Rudha stage there. So while performing Nishkam Karma Yoga, one should cultivate detachment and also practice Ashtanga Yoga. So what does it mean? There are 8 steps of Ashtanga Yoga. So for the 4 steps, for the first 4 steps, one should not leave his work. After the fourth step, from the step of pratyahar, one can go to jungle and practice Ashtanga Yoga. But for the first till the time person is on the first four steps of Ashtanga Yoga, he should continue his doing his work. So the first step is Yama, which is like the don'ts. Then second is the Niyama, the dues. Third is the Asana, exercise. Fourth is Pranayam. Fifth is Pratyahar, withdrawing the senses of sense objects. See, withdrawing senses from sense object means even in mind you don't think to gratify the senses. Then you start fixing your mind on Lord's form. Then seventh, you meditate on the super soul, and then you completely get absorbed. So these are the 8 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga in the Yoga Sutras. So what is Yam? Yam means ahimsa, non-violence. So many times, in order to achieve certain things in this world, we may become violent upon other living entities. हम दूसरों को परेशान करने लगते हैं. Satya, you have to speak truthful. Like suppose businessman has to cheat, businessman has to sometimes tell a lie. But if a businessman has to perform Ashtanga Yoga, he cannot tell lie. Then Astai, not steal anything, not steal others' credits, give credit to others. Brahmacharya, practicing celibacy. So in path of Ashtanga Yoga, practicing celibacy is compulsory there. Because so therefore people after Grahastha ashram they enter after brahmachari ashram in Gurukul till 25 years of age, then people will enter Grahastha ashram 25 to 50 where they beget children, raise children, husband and wife live together. Then after 50 only they go to Ashtanga Yoga practice in the forest there and Vanprastha in the Satya Yuga and Treta Yuga, but not in Kali Yuga. And they practice celibacy because only then they practice celibacy can they meditate upon God. Then aparigraha is non-possessiveness. The niyama, shauchaha, cleanness, santoshaha, contentment, tapas, austerity, swadhyaya, steady. So these are, one should keep clean, be always content with whatever God gives you, then have austerity, tapasya, then steady, and isha pranidhani, surrender to God. So these are the yama and niyama there. So when one is completely purified of material desires, he can give up nishkam karma yoga. There. So as I said, then the third and fourth levels. So now Krishna is talking about 2 levels of Ashtanga Yoga. Yoga Rukshu. Rukshu is the beginning stage. Yoga Rudha is advanced stage. So Krishna is talking about yoga, the beginning stages of the Ashtanga Yoga and the advanced stages of Ashtanga Yoga. In beginning stages of Ashtanga Yoga, work is the means. Person doesn't give his duty, he practices asana and pranayama. But in the advanced stages of Ashtanga Yoga, person goes to forest, completely give up all sense gratification and meditate on the super soul. Now, what is the transition between the beginning stage and advanced stage? One has to control the mind. Only when one controls the mind, one should go to forest. Otherwise, one should not go to the forest. And then Krishna is talking about mind is both friend and enemy. Uddharet atmanatmanam natmanam asadahe आत्मे भी आत्मनो बंधुर आत्मे वरिपुर आत्मनः. तो इसमें कितनी बार आत्मा वर्ड यूज हुआ है, right? Why? Now you may see this word आत्मा. आत्मा means the soul, but actually आत्मा जो है कभी मन को भी रिफर होता है, कभी शरीर को भी रिफर होता है. तो यहाँ पर जो वर्ड है आत्मा किस पे रिफर है? मन को, कि अपने आप को, अपने मन को कंट्रोल करो. जो मन कंट्रोल है वो आपका फ्रेंड है, जो मन अनकंट्रोल है वो आपका दुश्मन है करके. तो हम अपने ही दुश्मन हैं, अपने ही फ्रेंड हैं करके, राइट? अब मैं आपको याद है सेकंड सेशन में हमने एक एक्सरसाइज किया था. यू रिमेंबर? आई टोल्ड यू प्लीज गो टू अ पिकनिक, क्लोज योर आईज and remember what are you thinking about, what are you doing in the picnic, right? And then I asked how you felt. You remember that exercise, right? Then मैंने पूछा था कि आपको कैसा लगा. Then most of you have said you felt good, you felt nice. Now I give you another exercise. Remember something wrong happenings in your life. Then what will you say? For that we have not joined the Gita session. We have joined the Gita session to remember something positive. Why? To have the bad memories of our life, right? You say this or not? कह रहे क्यों हमको बुरी आदत दिला रहे हो? बुरी आदतों को भूलने के लोग कितनी मेहनत करते हैं, right there. So now the same mind is there with us. So in one case you are thinking all positive things in your life. right? And it brings positivity in you, it brings creativity in you, and you do something good. So is your mind friend good or any friend or enemy in this case? Mind is a friend. Now on the other hand, कई बार क्या होता है, हम बैठे बैठे सब निगेटिव सोचने लगते हैं. हम बैठे बैठे क्या करने लगते हैं, सब कुछ निगेटिव सोचने लगते हैं. ओह मेरे साथ ऐसा हो गया, ये मेरे से बहुत जलती है, ये मेरे साथ बहुत जलता है, ये मुझे बहुत परेशान करती है, सब हमको कर्ज देने लगते हैं. तो माइंड बिकम्स अवर enemy. And that's how the mind takes a person even to the stage of committing suicide also. There. But you know, if somebody becomes a suicide, what happens to them? They become ghost. So the greatest sin is to commit suicide in this world. And the greatest suffering happens after suicide in this world. Right? Because see, God has who has given this body? God has given this body to us, isn't it? God has given us this body to us. Now भगवान ने बॉडी दी, हम आपको what right we have to destroy it? God can destroy it by the natural mechanism of death, but we don't have a right to destroy it. So when somebody try to commit suicide, it becomes a great sin on his part. Then he is not given a body, and he keeps moving in the ghostly body. So ghost means soul plus subtle body. Soul plus subtle body. What is subtle body? मन बुद्धि अहंकार is called subtle body. हम अपने मन को देखते हैं क्या, बुद्धि को देखते हैं क्या? नहीं देखते. तो ये सूक्ष्म शरीर होता है, और ये जो हम देख रहे हैं ये स्थूल शरीर होता है. आपके बात समझ नहीं करके. तो जब यमदूत आते हैं, जब जब व्यक्ति जाता है तो उसका भौतिक शरीर रह जाता है, पर सूक्ष्म शरीर और आत्मा निकल के जाते हैं करके. लेकिन अगर उसको दूसरा शरीर नहीं मिलता है तो वो सूक्ष्म शरीर और आत्मा में रह के घोस्ट बन जाता है वो व्यक्ति. इसे सुसाइड करना बहुत बड़ा महापाप है. और ये हमारे अनकंट्रोल मन, पागल मन ही लोगों को इस तरह के थॉट्स देता है. इससे नॉलेज होना बहुत जरूरी है, और हमको अवेयरनेस फैलाना चाहिए कि देखो लाइफ एंड करने से कुछ सॉल्यूशन नहीं मिलता, लाइफ और बदतर हो जाती है. आपका खाने का मन है पर आपको मुंह नहीं है खाने को, आपको पीने को प्यास लगी है लेकिन आपको पीने का मन है लेकिन आपके पास मुंह नहीं है पीने के लिए. तो पर्सन बहुत सफर करता है घोस्ट जो होता है करके. तो इससे सबसे हीनस वो है. तो ये जो मन जो है, मन हमको पॉजिटिविटी की तरफ ले जाता है और मन ही बैड मेमोरीज की तरफ लेकर जाता है. तो एक क्वेश्चन अमंग जी ने पूछा है कि हाउ कैन वी स्टॉप सम मेमोरीज फ्रॉम डिस्टर्बिंग अस? हाउ कैन वी स्टॉप सम मेमोरीज डिस्टर्बिंग अस? तो देखो, अगर आप पॉजिटिविटी करोगे, you associate with God, chant the holy names of the Lord, associate with positive people, and engage your mind in serving God or in your work, तो नेगेटिव थॉट्स का टाइम ही नहीं है ना. क्योंकि हम अपने मन को पॉजिटिविटी से नहीं करें तो नेगेटिविटी ज्यादा आती है करके. तो गार्बेज इन गार्बेज आउट, गार्बेज इन गार्बेज आउट. अगर मन में हम गार्बेज भरेंगे तो गार्बेज ही तो निकलेगा हमारे मन से करके. अगर पॉजिटिविटी डालेंगे तो पॉजिटिविटी निकलेगी. तो हम कौन सी तरह की मूवीज देखते हैं, किस तरह का हम कार्य करते हैं, दिस थिंग्स आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट जब हम कार्य को कर रहे हैं. और एक क्वेश्चन ये पूछते हैं कि ओ पर्सन कमिट सुसाइड व्हेन ही हैज नो अदर ऑप्शन. नो, ऑलवेज देयर इज एन ऑप्शन इन दिस वर्ल्ड. इट्स नॉट दैट देयर इज नो option. If you come to God, there is an option. Like I told a story of Dorothy. It seems she didn't have an option, but the moment she took shelter of the Lord, things started getting changed there. But some devotees are doing preaching in jail. So many of the people who were in the prison, जो जेल में रह रहे थे, वो आके बताते हैं, अरे हमने तो सोचा 5 साल जेल होगी लेकिन 2 साल में छूट गए हम करके. तो सोचिए जेल का तो पूरा लाइफ कैसा बुरा होता है. लेकिन उन लोग को भी होप होता है जब वो भगवान के पास आते हैं. तो किसी का ऐसा नहीं कोई होपलेस है. जब हम भगवान के पास आते हैं वहां बहुत होप है, वहीं सब बहुत वो है करके. सो ये जो है हमारे जीवन का है. तो ठीक है, आगे हम पढ़ते हैं. तो अनकंट्रोल माइंड, सी when mind is uncontrolled it is our enemy, when mind is controlled it is our friend. So you want to live with a friend or live with an enemy? Right? You want to live with a friend or want to live with an enemy? And actually if you see, problems are not with other people of this world. More problem lies with our own mind. And the day we understand, we'll become peaceful. And that's why Krishna is talking about. See, nobody can disturb us unless we disturb ourselves. See, whatever statement I'm telling you, it may take few years to digest this statement. What a statement taking. But this statement are given as conclusion in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. There. And when you practice this process of bhakti, you will also realize this, that actually most of our problems is due to our uncontrolled mind. किसी ने छोटी बात बोल दी, हम उसको इतना सोचने लग जाते हैं. Right? See, somebody slaps us. The slap doesn't cause so much pain, but the insult, with what we thinking, अरे मेरे को उसने क्यों मारा, that makes us suffer for 2-3 days. So वो कहाँ चलता रहता है? मन में चलता रहता है, and that gives us so much trouble. So the whole process of Ashtanga Yoga is to control this mind there and focus it in God there. So any yoga, be it Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, so the focus is controlling mind and senses and engage those mind and senses in God. Somewhere or that there. In Karma Yoga, you engage in work. In Jnana Yoga, you engage them in analyzing. In Ashtanga Yoga, engage on Super Soul. In Bhakti Yoga, engage on serving Bhagwan. There's a difference within the yogas there. But the purpose is to control our mind and senses, which are giving us so much trouble there. So when we realize this, the life, we can actually have a lot of positivity in life with it. Okay, so we have to somehow today I took a lot of time for explaining this concepts, but we have a lot of other stuff to learn today. So uncontrolled mind, lack of confidence, loss of trust, madness, dangerous diseases, weakened determination, damage to oneself, hypertension, stress, depression is all due to disturbed senses and fickle mind and lusty intelligence. Disturbed senses means मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे वो चाहिए, ये करना. Fickle mind means कभी ये सोचा, कभी वो सोचा. Lusty intelligence means which fulfill the ideas of the mind. Then rape, murder, liquor, breaking, peaking quarrels, prostitutes, suicide, it's all due to uncontrolled senses. So if we understand this mechanism, intelligence, mind, and the senses, like if you see this chariot, these 5 horses are compared over 5 senses. These 5 horses are considered to 5 senses. What are 5 senses? Nose, eyes, ears, tongue, and sense of touch. These are 5 indriyas. Through that only we do. Sometimes sense of eyes will say, oh, see this movie, see this beautiful thing. Sense of ear will say, arey karo. Sense of taste will come, chalo, yahan khane chalte. So they are always taking us in different directions. And mind is connected. Mind is this rope. So mind is connected to this horses. But this rope is in the hand of whom? The chariot driver. The chariot driver who's intelligence. So intelligence is our driver. Intelligence can hold the reins of the mind, telling, hey, don't go. And then further it can pull the senses. Then the chariot can go in a right direction. And the passenger is the soul. So if the horses are uncontrolled, chariot will be moving like this, and passenger is worried. Kya ho raha hai? But if the intelligence is strong, he controls the horses through the reins, right? Then what happens? Chariot will move peacefully. The soul can live happily there. So therefore, if you see this figure, 5 senses, mind, intelligence, and soul. And here you see intelligence, a decision maker. Mind has thoughts, feelings, and desires. It is storehouse of thoughts, unfulfilled desires, and previous experiences. But intelligence decides, and mind is connected to senses. For example, you go to a shop and you see nice ice cream. So your tongue will say, oh, बहुत अच्छी आइसक्रीम है. Then mind will say, अरे हाँ, last time खाया तो बहुत अच्छा था, चाहिए. Then intelligence बोलेगा, अरे उधर मक्खियां भिनक रही हैं. It's not very clean. Don't eat it. Your health will not be good. You get the point? So how intelligence works, how mind works, how senses work. Same way, smoking cigarette. Oh, mind will say smoking cigarette is cool. Intelligence says, you fool, it is produces smoke. How it's cool? It doesn't. It makes you simply fool. There. So this is intelligence reasons whether it is good for me or not. So by intelligence, you can control the mind. By mind, you can control the senses. And that's how the soul can very happily go in life. And then Krishna says, person in yoga runa stage. When a person becomes qualified to go to jungle, so in that stage, his all senses are controlled. He sees Sitoshna Subdukheshu, Manapmanyo, Gyan Vigyan Tatma, and he sees no, he does not see anybody as a enemy also. He sees everybody as a friend. So at that level, he comes to yoga runa state there. Then what happens in the yoga runa state? Now even after describing the perfect state of Ashtanga yoga, now Krishna will decide about yoga ruksha state, that how you should practice Ashtanga yoga in normal stages. So basic practice of meditation is the advanced stage of Ashtanga yoga, and perfection in meditation. So Krishna has talked about. So Ashtanga yoga. So yoga runa state, when one becomes advanced yogi. So yogi. So how will Krishna say? One should sit in a dhyana posture there. Dhyana posture, and keeping his feet there, and I don't close the eyes and don't open the eyes, and focus the eyes on the tip of the nose so that you can meditate. But this is again in a yoga runa state. Samam kayo griva, dhyana mudra. Same way, in our japa also, what posture we sit makes a difference. When you're chanting the holy names of the Lord, right? If you sit like this, then we may fall asleep. But if we sit straight, right? Sit like this and keep our hand posture, it helps to do our japa, chant the holy names of the Lord there. See, if you see in Satya Yuga, what is the process for perfection? In Satya Yuga, what is the process for perfecting life? Yes, please write in the chats if you know. In Satya Yuga, what is the practice for self-realization? Yes, Ashtanga Yoga. In meditation, Ashtanga Yoga is practiced in Satya Yuga. Okay, what is the process for Treta Yuga? Yajna is the process for Treta Yuga. What is the process for Dwapar Yuga? Deity worship. Very good. Now, what is the process for Kali Yuga? Chanting the holy names of the Lord. Hare Nam, eva केवलम कलौ नास्तिर एव नास्तिर गतिर्भूता. इस कलयुग में और कुछ काम नहीं करता, सिर्फ एक ही चीज काम करती है, हरे नाम, chanting the holy names of the Lord. And even you say what to say of even in Sanatan Dharma, even in Christianity they talk about chanting the holy name of the Lord. Even in Islam they talk about chanting the holy names of the Lord. But then you say why Krishna is talking about Ashtanga Yoga to Arjuna if Ashtanga Yoga doesn't work? So Krishna is giving different options to Arjuna. But Arjuna himself will say, Lord, this process looks to be very difficult. But there are many lessons which may learn from the Ashtanga Yoga, because Bhakti Yoga even is higher than Ashtanga Yoga. So in practice it's easy, but in application, in result, Bhakti Yoga gives more bigger result than even Ashtanga Yoga. So recommendation in Ashtanga Yoga, Nati Ashnatas to yoga asti na chekantak anashnataha na chati sapna silasya jagrato nevacharjana. That one should not sleep too much, one should not eat too much, and one should not endeavor too much. Chekantak anashnataha jagrato nevacharjana. And neither sleep too less, and neither eat too less, neither endeavor too less. So this is Ashtanga Yoga. Then Krishna says, Yuktara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta sapna bodhasya yoga bhavati dukkha. So one should neither eat more, neither one should eat less, one should eat yuktaha. Same way, vihar. One should not roam too much, neither too less, and one should have little recreation in his life. Same with cheshta. One should not endeavor too much, and neither one should be lazy, one should yukta. And supna bodhasya, and one should not sleep too much and one should not sleep too little. If you sleep too little while doing yoga only, you will sleep. If you sleep too much, then so much time is wasted and you become in mode of ignorance. So when one follows this, yoga bhavati dukkha. So one of the very important thing is here. You see our digestion cycle. Now due to modern lifestyle, what has happened? People go late nights and get up late morning, which is not at all good if you have to do any of the yogas, right? So the basic lifestyle. Now, if you see previously, what time people will sleep? when so much computers were not there, TV were not there, and lights were also won't come so much. So what time people will sleep? You might have seen your dadijis and think what time they will sleep and what time they will get up. Anybody want to share? Yes. So I have seen, yeah, people sleep by 9 p.m., 9:10 p.m. and get up morning early before sunrise. Have you seen that? After sunset, you get into sleep, and because that's natural to the body. Of course, how much sleep we require? Okay, Rohan Goda has some. Okay, so how much sleep do you require? How much sleep? Uh, yes, okay. Rohan Goda had to say something. Rohan Goda, yes.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
गुरुजी मेरा एक डाउट है।
हाँ.
आपने बोला था जो भी सुसाइड करते हो वो गोश्त बन जाता है,
हाँ.
लेकिन कुछ लोग बोलते हैं ये गोश्त वगैरह कुछ भी नहीं होता, वो उनके ही जो भगवान ने निश्चय कर जाता है, उनके मृत्यु ऐसे ही रीति में हो जाए।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, घोष होते हैं ना। फिर जब आत्मा होती तो घोष भी तो होते हैं। घोष का मतलब क्या होता है? जो आत्मा जिसको शरीर नहीं मिला वो घोष बन जाती है, उसको घोष बोलते हैं। इनफैक्ट वी आर मोर पावरफुल देन द घोष बिकॉज वी हैव अ ग्रॉस बॉडी। घोष डजंट हैव इवन अ ग्रॉस बॉडी। सो हमें डरने की जरूरत नहीं है। कुछ ऐसा लगे तो बस भगवान का नाम जप करो, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, या फिर नरसिंह देव को याद करो, सब भाग जाएंगे। राइट, बट ये चीजें होती हैं। ओके, सो हमें इसमें नहीं जाएंगे। अब वी कम बैक टू अवर टॉपिक कि हमें कितना सोना चाहिए, कैसे सोना चाहिए। सो वी शुड स्लीप 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours, 7 or 7. Children can sleep till 8 hours, but as our time progresses, 6 hours or 6 to 7 hours is a good amount of sleep. And 8 hours could be for children, we may see. And what time we should sleep? So there is a, see, our whole digestion process is based on the cycle of sun. So when sun sleeps, we should sleep. When before sun gets up, we should get up. Therefore, if you see what is Sandhya time generally in India or even today, now the 6:30 is just like Sandhya time. Sandhya Vandan people do 6:30 to 7. So after 2 hours of sunrise, 2-3 hours of sunrise, we should sleep like 9 p.m. there. And when we should get up? Now sun rises when 6 a.m. 5:45 a.m. So 1.5 to 2 hours before we should rise there. So that is the way the civilization is made and our digestion system is made. And when you live a life like this, our health is much better because you are in accordance. In fact, when you rise before sunrise, you get Abha and Prabha. And especially Brahm Muhurat is very, very special. 1.5, 72 minutes before sunrise is called Brahm Muhurat. Whatever activity you do in Brahm Muhurat, that gives so much of impetus. So especially spiritual activities, chanting on the holy names should be done in the Brahm Muhurat time. 72 minutes before sunrise, and you will feel a great potency of all these things during that time there. But the modern culture is what? People sleep at 12 o'clock, get up morning 7 o'clock, which is completely against nature. So if you see here, the whole digestion cycle, so 9 p.m. is a time body eliminates toxins from body. So this is a good time to sleep, 9 p.m. So therefore, I kept the session till 9 and try to end up by 9:15 so I can sleep by 9:30. And all of you also can sleep early. And by 12, the large intestine and other parts of the body start eliminating toxin. So between 12 to 4, liver eliminates poison and relaxes. Then 4 o'clock is a time yogis do meditation. Then after 5 is a time for stomach clearing. And then 7, yummy breakfast. And 9 a.m. digestion becomes full there. So this is actually the cycle one should follow in life. Then one will remain healthy, wealthy, and wise. Now, perfection of Ashtanga Yoga, mind becomes very fixed. Just like a lamp does not waver in a windless place, the mind remains fixed. And such a person attains, but a Christian, and then further, yeah. Arjuna is asking how to control the mind. Krishna is saying, yeto nischalati manaschanchalam sthiram tatastato nyam etan atmani ev vasundaya. You see, this mother is catching the child and taking him, chalo beta, come and study. The same way yogi brings his mind. The mind will go here, mind will go there. So when we are chanting the holy names of Lord, mind will go here, mind will go there. But one should focus on the holy name, hearing the sound vibration. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because when you're chanting, cleansing the mind is happening. But while you're cleansing the mind, then so many thoughts may come. But if you keep focused on the mantra, all other thoughts will subside there. So endeavoring to bring back the mind in this way, yogi will experience the bliss of samadhi in terms of state of Brahma, both are realizing Atma and Paramatma. But Arjuna says, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balladram tasyaham nigraham manne vayuriv sudushkaram. Oh Krishna, I can control wind also by my arrows. See, Arjuna had that power. He can even control wind. But Krishna, this mind is too difficult to overcome. I can't control this mind. I can't think that Duryodhana is my friend. I feel him like an enemy. I can't think friend and enemy to be equal. Krishna, this mind is so difficult to control. So such a strong mind is supposed to be controlled practice yoga, but Arjuna find it impractical. So Krishna gives solution how to deal with the mind. Krishna says, Asanshaya mahabhavo manodo nirgam chalam abhyasena tu kauntaye vairagyen cha griyate. So by abhyas and vairagya. Abhyas means practice. Again and again bringing the mind. Vairagya means detachment from the thoughts. Just focus on the holy name there. So mind control is must for yoga. So Prabhupada writes, if Arjuna was feeling the Ashtanga Yoga impractical when he was at the end of Dwapar Yuga, then how do the Kali Yuga Vasis will practice Ashtanga Yoga? You know, one yogi was practicing yoga in a cave and he had a mobile phone. I say, why you are carrying a mobile phone? Say, my lawyer is fighting the case because they're trying to break the cave, so they shouldn't break the cave. I'm keeping a mobile phone to fight the case. So in Kali Yuga, there's no proper places you can go also and practice Ashtanga Yoga. So practical. So in Kali Yuga, what you have to do is sit at a place. Sit at a place means whatever ashrama you are in your home or thing, there only practice the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So what was attained in Satya Yuga for going for thousands of years to meditate in jungle is simply attained in Kali Yuga, staying in your home, but by chanting the holy names of the Lord. This is a mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? Who appeared 500 years before to give us this mercy. And moreover, if you see, a yogi may have to do a lot of tapasya to see Paramatma in his heart. He's still not able to see. But devotees go to temple and see the beautiful form of the Supreme Lord. And they chant the holy names of the Lord. Isn't it? And take nice prasadam. So when you come to temple, you get nice prasad also. So third lesson is success and failure. Now somebody may say, Prabhuji, इन्होंने ना तो जीवन में एंजॉय किया और इनको लाइफ में परफेक्शन भी नहीं मिला, तो घर का धोबी का कुत्ता ना घर का ना घाट का. You would have heard this proverb in Hindi, right? So he didn't enjoy also life, and neither he achieved perfection also. Sometimes this question may come or not come. Or at least life he enjoy kar lete the. Anybody of you got this question? What if perfection does not came? Okay, so everybody is saying they got this question. So Arjuna also having the same question to Krishna. Krishna, what is it? If a yogi could not achieve perfection, so will it be like a ribbon clown? ना तो वर्षा के हुए ना कुछ हुए, तो वो तो बेचारा ऐसे ही रह जाएगा धर्म. उसका क्या होगा? Then Krishna gives assurance that कच्चिन्नो भाए विवृत्त छिन्ना भ्रम नश्यति अपतिष्ठो महाभाव विमुणो ब्रह्मणापति. But Krishna says no. The yogis will never lose. And what happens to an unsuccessful yogi? So Krishna says, one who has taken the path of yoga, ना ही कल्याण कृत कश्चित, उस व्यक्ति का हमेशा कल्याण होगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी. विनाश तस्य विद्यते. पाप पुण्य कृतम लोकान शित्वा शाश्वती समः शुचिनाम शिवताम गेहे योग भ्रष्टो विजायते. Then so there are two types of yogis. What types of yogis? So one yogi is जो बहुत शुरू में कुछ कुछ साल प्रैक्टिस किया, उसने कुछ साल प्रैक्टिस किया लेकिन फिर लगा रहे नहीं प्रैक्टिस नहीं करना है, थोड़ा विषयों का भोग करता हूँ करके, तो वो योग भ्रष्ट हो गया. मतलब वो योगी था लेकिन बीच में योग भ्रष्ट बन गया वो करके, उसका योग भ्रष्ट हो गया, वो नहीं आगे कर पाया. देन ऑल्सो ही गोज टू हेवन एंड व्हेन ही कम्स बैक ही टेक बर्थ इन ए शुचिनाम श्रीमताम गे, either in a family of Brahmanas or family of Vaishyas, where they have a great facility, like wealth का problem नहीं है, so that he can again focus, he get a punya for it there. But somebody is advanced in yoga, he did not got a yoga bhrashta, he continued yoga practice but he could not perfect. The next birth only he will take birth in a family of devotees or a yogis. And you will be surprised to know there are many ISKCON devotees who have children beyond imagination. Right? From 2 years of age they play Mridanga. Our temple only one Padi Prabhu is there, one child is there, Shampal. My God, from childhood only he is there. There was one child in Pune, Damodar. He will himself go for book distribution and distributing books there. So many children from childhood are so talented. So one devotee is there, he got a child. If he will cry, if you chant Hare Krishna, he will stop crying. Otherwise, he keep crying, and he make everybody chant Hare Krishna. So how those children are born? Because last life they were devotees, they could not perfect. Now they again come back with it there, right? Even some of the congregation devotees said, actually, our child brought us in when it happened. After child came, they started becoming more serious than that. So because those children would come in a family, and this concept was very like common in the yoga bhrashta avijayate. So the point is, if you have now, for a materialist, what could be the best thing you can obtain? Heaven. And for a devotee, what is the worst case? Heaven. For a materialist person, the worst case is, the best case is heaven, and for a devotee, the worst case is heaven. कुछ भी नहीं हुआ चलो नरक में चले, वो स्वर्ग में चले गए. अगर आप किसी डिवोटी को बोलते प्रभु जी आप स्वर्ग में जाओगे, तो हाउ दे विल फील? दे फील अरे थोड़ा गाली दे दिया, थोड़ा हमको बोल दिया कि वी आर नॉट गुड डिवोटीज, दैट्स व्हाई हम स्वर्ग में जाएंगे, राइट? इस्लाम डिवोटी से प्रभु जी आप जब कर रहे हो अच्छे से स्वर्ग में जाओगे, हाउ डिवोटी विल फील? डिवोटी विल फील अरे इनको हम प्रयास नहीं करते. बट डिवोटी विल गो होम बैक टू God at Vaikuntha, from where he never comes back. There to the abode of the Supreme Lord. So therefore, devotees का पूरा LIC पॉलिसी है, योग क्षेमम वामियम, भगवान बचा के रखते हैं करके. तो अगर हम भक्ति कर रहे हैं, हमारा कभी भी विनाश नहीं होगा, और जहां छोड़ी है वहां हम चालू करेंगे. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? इटर्नल बैंक अकाउंट. आपने सुना इटर्नल बैंक अकाउंट का मतलब? हाउ मेनी नो द meaning of eternal bank account? So okay, I'll explain you the concept of eternal bank account. जब एक व्यक्ति की मृत्यु हो जाएगी, राइट, हम जब अगला जन्म लेंगे, तो क्या आप बोल सकते हैं मैं पिछले जन्म में सीईओ था कंपनी का, अभी मुझे बचपन से सीईओ बनाओ, या मैं पिछले जन्म में कमिश्नर था, अभी फिर कमिश्नर बनूंगा? नहीं, फिर से नर्सरी में जाना पड़ेगा, बाबा वो ब्लैक शिप करना पड़ेगा नहीं करना पड़ेगा करके. पर भक्ति में ऐसा नहीं होता. अगर आपने 10% भक्ति करी तो नेक्स्ट लाइफ आप 11% से चालू करोगे. एंड हो सकता है आप में से कई लोगों ने कुछ 5-10% करके आए होंगे जो आज 11% से चालू कर रहे हैं आप. वी डोंट नो, एंड मेनी ऑफ यू बी मच मोर एडवांस देन मी, आई डोंट नो करके. यू डन भक्ति इन योर पास्ट लाइफ एंड जस्ट हियरिंग क्लासेस यू मे ग्रो मच मोर करके. तो वी कैरी ऑन भक्ति, इट नेवर लॉस. वाकिफ सब कुछ लॉस हो जाता है, आप दुनिया में जो करो मृत्यु के बाद सब लॉस हो जाता है, लेकिन जो भक्ति करी है वो कभी लॉस नहीं होती. तो इसे इटर्नल बैंक अकाउंट इज सच ए डिपॉजिट व्हिच नेवर गेट्स एग्जॉस्टेड. बाकी सारे डिपॉजिट चले जाते हैं, सारे बैंक बैलेंस चले जाते हैं, लेकिन जो भी आप भगवान के लिए सेवा करते हो, भगवान के लिए कुछ भी करते हो, वो कभी कभी नहीं होता है। जो आपने भगवान का नाम लिया वो कभी नहीं जाता है। सो अगर आपको सबसे अच्छा बैंक अकाउंट खोलना है तो यही बैंक अकाउंट है। जितना हो सके उतना भक्ति करो, जितना हो सके उतना भगवान का नाम लो, जितना हो सके मंदिर में सेवा करो, जितना हो सकता है भक्तों का संग दो, जितना हो सकता है भगवान को डोनेट, भगवान के मंदिर बनाने के लिए हेल्प करो, या भगवान की सेवा के लिए दान दो। वो कभी नाश नहीं होता, जैसे इटर्नल बैंक अकाउंट करके। बाकी कुछ भी करो दुनिया में उसका नाश ही हो जाता है करके। एंड देयरफॉर दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ भक्ति, इट नेवर गेट्स लॉस्ट, द पाथ ऑफ भक्ति। दुर्लभमानव जन्म संगे तरहुरे भव सिंधुरे श्रवण कीर्तन स्मरण वंदन पात सेवन दास पूजन सखी जन आत्मनिवेदन गोविंद दास अभिलाष। So we graduate to the kingdom of God. So for a devotee, there is never a loss. Now, even sometime a yogi, the perfections are practiced by faith, develop a desire to enjoy and then attempt such enjoyment. Like, Sabri Muni, he saw two fishes mating. He was doing tapasya in the water for many, many years. And he saw two fishes mating. And he thought, let me also get married. And he went to Mandhata. And he was looking very ugly. And then the Mandhata said, if I tell him no, then he will curse me. But if I say marry, then my daughters will tell her, Papa, kya kiya? So, okay, तो मेरी बेटियों से जाके पूछ लो. So when he understood, because I am very ugly, that's why he's doing like this. So he changed into a very beautiful Rajkumar. So much so, all 50 daughters say, we want to marry this prince. And he married 50 daughters of Mandhata. And Mandhata was ashamed seeing his opulence. King Mandhata. But after some time of enjoyment, Sabri Muni said, what did I waste my life into it? I was doing tapasya nicely. And again he went to jungle to continue his tapasya. So even a yogi may become path-bhrash for some time, again he comes back to the yoga practice. It's a matter of time. It happened during proper times, some devotees became very serious. But due to their past conditionings, they again went to material life. But at the time, during the time of death, they again came back. One devotee got cancer there. But then they so lamented, Arey, we missed so much chances of Prabhupada. And they were so Krishna conscious at the time of death, they actually went on back to God in their consciousness there. So how, whatever practice we go, Krishna, whatever practice we have done, it never gets lost there. So prapya punya kritam lokan, shita shashvatim samam, suchinam smatam gehe, yoga bhrashta abhijayate. So an unsuccessful yogi who falls after a long practice, kule bhavati dhimata, take birth in a family of devotees. In fact, also becoming devotee may bring many more sincere devotees in your families. There, like Bharat Maharaj. So Bharat Maharaj, even though he yeah, so Bharat Maharaj, though he was remembering deer at the time of death, and he got the body of deer, but he remembered his past life. And then he became a Brahmana, Jat Bharat, and he became a perfected soul and went on back to Godhead. So even though he became degraded or deviated, but he attained complete perfection by the mercy of the Lord. So a devotee never perishes. Right? So this is there. Now, Krishna concludes this chapter. What? Tapasvi adhiko yogi. Jnanibhyo mato adhikaha karmibhyo chadiko tasmad yogi bhukarjuna. A yogi is greater than tapasvi, a yogi is greater than jnani, yogi is greater than karmi, and karmi bhi, and yogi, so Arjuna becoming yogi. And then he concludes, who is the best yogi? Yoginam vi sarvesham मत गति नंतरात्मना श्रद्धावान भजते माम सामे उत्तम मता. The yogi, जिसका मन मेरे अंदर है, मन गतेन अंतरात्मना, who's always thinking of me. He worships me with Shraddha. Shraddhavan bhajate. With Shraddha he do bhaja. He do my bhajan. Same yuktamamata. He's the best of the yogis. So here Krishna concludes, who's the best yogi? Is a bhakta. Right? Who's absorbing. And that's why Krishna is concluding the 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, bringing that Bhakti Yoga is the best yoga, a Bhakti Yoga is the best yogi, and which kind of Bhakti Yoga? Who's absorbed in Krishna. Right? Therefore, in Kali Yuga, what is the best thing is to become a Bhakti Yogi. Right? Bhakti Yoga. That's the thing. Now, I give one example. I have one example in relation to. Suppose if you have to go to US. First, you have to make a passport. You have to go to okay. So you have to go to make a passport. You have to go to visa office. You have to get a visa. To get a tourist visa to US, you take 1.5 year waiting time. Then you get an interview. Then interview you may pass. You may not pass. Then you go to US. But suppose somebody's mother is in US and a small child is there, and he takes a phone and cries, "Mama, please come and take me." Next day, mother will come. Next day, mother will come and take the child. Next day, mother will come and take the child and make all the papers and take him. The same way, Ashtanga Yoga, other yogas are like you are going to the passport office, going to the visa office, waiting and doing all things. And Bhakti Yoga is you cry out, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Krishna will make all arrangement to take us on back to that. Tesham samudharta mrityu sansar sagra. That I take my devotees back home. And that's what Krishna is concluding the 7 to 12 chapters. So from tomorrow, coming 6 days are going to be very special. So see, if you have to come to the journey of 6 chapters, please don't miss the next 6 chapters, because that's where is the essence of Bhakti Yoga. It's Bhagavad Gita. And it's going to become more and more sweet one day. How much Krishna loves us, how much Krishna is eager for us, and so many things he will learn in the next 6 chapters. Just next Tuesday to Sunday. So that would make us so much of difference, and therefore the chanting of the holy names of God is the best of the yoga, right? So I conclude with this, and as we started yesterday, so we'll chant only 27 mantras as a practice chanting, and then I'll continue question and answers. So whatever questions and answers, I'll take that. So Vipinpu, can you put the mantra? Can you put the slide for the chanting? And we chant 27 mantras.
Just 30 seconds, share.
Again, till then, I'll take one question. So, the question is, working with NGOs, helping mankind, will this not a better way to worship God? This temple is so commercialized today. So here is a question by Sudipta Prabhu. So would you like to more explain your question, Sudipta Prabhu? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Guruji, thank you for this session. So I wanted to tell you today, if you look at the temple, it is more commercialized. Instead of if we really devote ourselves to help the mankind, the poor, the underprivileged, this is where you, as per me, because I am also actively working with many NGOs, I get greater satisfaction, because this is where you are actually helping their lives to be better, and without any expectation, you are giving back to the society.
Yes. First, I want to thank you that you are helping so many people in the society. It's a very noble cause, and it's good. And in fact, I also began my spiritual journey with that, helping others. Because when you become spiritual, you naturally feel compassion for others, right?
Correct.
I also had the same question that I have a limited time. Should I use this time in helping others or should I pursue the spirituality? And do you want to know what answers I got in my pursuit?
Sure.
See, okay, now I don't know what you're meaning by commercialization of the temple, but when I see ISKCON or our temple, it's very much open. Anybody can come and take free prasadam here. Anybody can come and take darshan without paying any money. I stay in ISKCON Shadipuram, and here we have nothing to do any commercialization with it. And also we have outpost ISKCON Sarjapur Road. You can anytime come, attend the sessions on Sundays, take prasadam, and you don't have to pay anything. And even Sarjapur Road, we don't have any place to purchase, sell also anything there. So what my experience of ISKCON temples are there, we keep it very devotional. But sometimes the ISKCON temples may have a shops there. The people to have some devotional items for purchasing devotional items. Like you have to purchase your potri, tilak, and these things. And yes, there will be a lot of items of prasadam. So that because by eating prasad also people gain spiritually. So this is what happened in ISKCON temples. I don't know what you are talking about as commercialization, right? So this I talk about this aspect of the ISKCON temple. Now, apart from the point of the Manav Seva or Madhav Seva, the coming there. See, in a Vedic time, what will happen? The whole town will rotate towards the temple. In every day in the temple, there will be some food for life happening. Somebody give a bandara, everybody comes and eat prasada there. There will be festivals. Now, what happens when wealthy people go to the see nowadays? If you see, wealthy people have become very confused. People want to earn more and more and enjoy more and more. But Vedic times, what would happen as people practice spirituality? Naturally, they want to donate prasadam, they want to donate clothes, they want to give charity. So, what the spirituality does? The spirituality naturally bring the whole society in a mood of helping other people there, and that's how they help other people. So they all come closer to the God. So this is one level of answer I want to share with you. It talks about as more and more people become spiritual, more and more society becomes a better place to help each other. But on another level, one time Srila Prabhupada went to Pune. There was Mr. Malhotra, was a big industrialist. He just passed away a few years back. He asked a question, Srila Prabhupada, you're spending so much money in making big temples. Why don't you do food for life? Why don't you give the poor people? Srila Prabhupada gave an analogy. Oh, Malhotra, you are a friend of Birla. Now suppose your Birla's son comes to Pune by chance and he'll get lost and you find him in the street. So what will you do? He said, yes, I will take him, bring him home. I will give him good clothes. I will feed him. Then what will you do? I'll take him back to Birla. The same thing Prabhupada said. What we are doing? Anybody we find, we give him nice prasadam and tell him your father is God. And just you worship God, your all needs will be taken care. You will be happy and good there. So yes, there's a requirement for people to good to people from a point of view, giving them food, giving them there. But the greatest help happen to people when you connect people to God. And this, therefore, preaching the message of Bhagavad Gita is the greatest charity for the humanity. There is no charity as connecting people to God in this world. There. I hope that answers your question. Okay, so we come for the chanting. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. So we'll chant 27 times, I'll count. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, any announcement we can go? Otherwise, we can take questions.
Yeah, I think we can take the questions. Thank you very much for a wonderful discussion. So we will be announcing the scores of all the toppers of the first 6 quizzes tomorrow. So in case you have not attended the quizzes, please ensure to attend the quiz. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Rohan Goda, you have a question? B. Rohan Goda.
प्रभु जी,
Yeah.
आपने बोला था कि वो अष्टांग योगा से, वो भक्ति योगा से हम डायरेक्टली हम गॉड से कनेक्ट हो सकता है, कि प्रभु से, लॉर्ड कृष्ण से हमारा जो भी हो वो प्रॉब्लम्स है यानी कि कष्ट है, इसको दूर करने के लिए, और हम उनसे कनेक्ट हो सकते हैं।
हाँ,
उसको हम कैसे प्रैक्टिस करें? सिर्फ चैंटिंग से क्या, या फिर कोई अन्य मेथड है क्या?
तो देखिए, अष्टांग योगा का तो भगवान ने 6 चैप्टर में बताया। तो भगवान ने कंक्लूजन क्या किया 6 चैप्टर का? सबसे बेस्ट योगी कौन है? जो भक्ति है, जो भक्त है, राइट। और कलयुग में जो है भगवान के नाम जप भक्ति योग ही काम करता है। अष्टांग योग प्रैक्टिस करना इज डिफिकल्ट इन कलयुगा। इवन अर्जुन was finding difficult to practice Ashtanga Yoga as given by Krishna, right? Ron? So
हाँ गुरु
we have to do भक्ति योगा। हमको क्या करना है? भक्ति योग।
भक्ति।
हाँ, भक्ति योग में क्या होता है कि श्रवणम कीर्तनम विष्णु स्मरणम पाद सेवनम। सबसे पहले हमें भगवान के बारे में सुनना है, गीता को सुनना है जो आप सुन रहे हो। फिर दूसरा, हमको भगवान के नाम का जप करना है। तो रोजाना जो हमने ये हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र जप किया, इसको रोजाना नियमित रूप से 108 बार जप करना है सुबह में। तो सुबह में पॉसिबल है तो अच्छा, नहीं पॉसिबल तो कभी भी आप कर सकते हो उसको करके। और फिर यही चीज धीरे धीरे भक्तों का संग करना है। तो जो भी आपका नियरेस्ट सेंटर है आप जा सकते हैं, वहां पर भक्तों का संग ले सकते हैं। तो धीरे धीरे आपका ये भक्ति होगी और फिर आपको अपने आप भगवान से संपर्क होना चालू हो जाएगा। डज इट आंसर योर क्वेश्चन?
हाँ गुरु जी, एक और क्वेश्चन है।
हाँ।
हमारा घर के पास ही एक शनिदेव का मंदिर है। वहाँ हर महीने या रथोत्सव और कीर्तन होते हैं। और जब मैं और मेरे दोस्त जाते रहते हैं, और कुछ लोग बोलते हैं ऐसे कि हमको भगवान को देखने के लिए या फिर हमको भगवान के दर्शन करने के लिए हमको देवालय उनका सेवा करना ही नहीं चाहिए। हमको सिर्फ भक्ति को हमारा मन में ही रखना चाहिए, एक्सप्रेस नहीं करना चाहिए।
अच्छा, अब आपको क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ। आपकी मदर आपको बोले बेटा मैं तुझे बहुत प्यार करती हूँ तो तेरे लिए खाना नहीं बनाऊंगी, हाउ डू फील
ओके
अबाउट
सर,
इट? सी, माँ प्रेम करती है तो अच्छे से खाना बनाती है, नहीं बनाती है?
बनाती है।
माँ बोले बेटा तेरे को बहुत प्रेम करती हूँ पर खाना तो बना ले खुद जाके, तो क्या आपको लगे माँ प्रेम करती है?
नहीं।
तो हम ये बोले भगवान हमसे बहुत प्रेम करते हैं पर चैंटिंग का टाइम नहीं है भगवान, पर कौन आएगा मंदिर भगवान? तो इज इट रियली लव फॉर गॉड? So when you love somebody, you endeavor for him, no? To please him. Yes or no? So, same way, when you love God, you also endeavor to please him. Whatever he's saying in Gita, right? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, do my kirtan. We will see as we come to 7th to 12th chapter, you will see what Krishna is asking us to do there, right? So that we will understand. So thank you for a good question. Okay, Survi Gupta from Prestige Funds. Yeah, you can unmute yours. Yeah.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
My
Krishna.
question is हम लोगों ने ये सीखा कि हम लोगों को कोई भी जो भी कर्म हम करते हैं वो भगवान को समर्पित करके करना चाहिए और उसके प्रति कोई फल की इच्छा नहीं रखनी चाहिए। कुछ भी हो हमारा काम करना है। पर आज हमने ये भी देखा कि 3 डूअर्स होते हैं। वी डिजायर, गॉड सैंक्शन एंड प्रकृति एग्जीक्यूट्स। सो जो
Yes.
डिजायर्स हमारे मन में आती है वो क्या सही है? और अगर सही है तो मतलब मटेरियल डिजायर्स, मतलब मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि फल की इच्छा रखना और एक डिजायर मन में होना, उन दोनों में क्या फर्क है? और अगर फर्क है तो क्या डिजायर हम कर सकते हैं? ऐसे सिंगल्स को होते हैं कि हमें अच्छा पार्टनर मिल जाता है तो अच्छा लगता है कि बेबी हो जाए और ऐसे करके हमारी डिजायर्स अपने लाइफ में आगे जाती रहती है। पर हमने सीखा भगवत गीता में ही हम सीख रहे हैं कि फल की इच्छा मत करो, और उसी में हम सीख रहे हैं कि हम इच्छा करते हैं तो भगवान उसको सैंक्शन करते हैं। तो मतलब क्या करना चाहिए?
वो बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है। तो जो भी आप फल की इच्छा करो उससे सोचो कि उस फल को मैं भगवान को कैसे अर्पण करूं। ठीक है, तो आप चाहते हो अच्छा पार्टनर है तो सोचो मुझे अच्छा भक्त मिल जाए जिससे हम दोनों मिलकर भक्ति करें,
हाँ।
राइट। और ठीक है, आप चाहते हो कि बच्चा हो जाए, ऐसा बच्चा मिले जो भगवान का अच्छा भक्त हो, मुझे भी और आगे भक्ति में लेके जाए। सो
ओके।
वॉट एवर योर डिजायर्स इज कनेक्टेड टू कृष्णा। इज इट प्रैक्टिकल?
या ये दिस
ऐसे
इज
भगवान बोल
प्रैक्टिकल।
रहे हैं। तो यही बोल रहे यद करोसि यत् नासि यत् जिहोसि ददासि तपस्या कौन्तेय तत्पुरुषमदर्पणम्। जो भी तुम इच्छा कर रहे हो सोचो मेरे लिए करो। तो ये
ओके।
भक्ति का वो है। देखो ज्ञान मार्ग में आपको कुछ इच्छा नहीं करना होता, वो मुश्किल काम है, पर भक्ति मार्ग में क्या होता है, जो भी आप इच्छा कर रहे हो भगवान के लिए करो। ठीक है।
हाँ,
तो अगर
क्योंकि
आप
इच्छा तो आती है मन में, हम कितनी भी कोशिश करें, मन करता है
यस
कि हाँ
हाँ
हमारे भी ऐसा हो जाए, कुछ ऐसा मन
हाँ
में आता ही
तो
है।
उसमें ना हम भगवान को कनेक्ट करते जाते हैं। जैसे आप बोले अच्छा पार्टनर चाहिए, तो एक अच्छा भक्त मिलता है जिससे हम मिलके भक्ति करें। तो आप भगवान से ये प्रार्थना कर सकते हो कि भगवान मुझको ऐसा पार्टनर दो कि हम दोनों मिलके आपके अच्छे से भक्ति करें करके। तो उसमें क्या होगा, आप भगवान से अटैच होती जाएंगी, तो आपकी डिजायर जो हो रही है भक्ति के लिए फेवरेबल हो रही है। आप समझे इस बात को?
हाँ, थैंक यू सो मच।
ओके, यस, ओके। संध्या देवनगन।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्णा। इज इट सौरभ प्रभु?
No, no, Prabhu, Tarachand Devangan.
चंद। ओके, यस प्लीज।
Yeah, Prabhuji, आपने you talked about the doing chanting in the Brahm Muhurta, right?
हाँ
Which is 72 minutes before the 72 minutes before the sunrise. I have a question as in the sense what is the prerequisite for starting the chanting in the morning? So especially should is it okay if say sometimes we didn't get time to take bath but time is going on, so we should finish the chanting at least in the Brahma Muhurta. Can we do that? Is it allowed?
See, one thing is tatsa pita niyamita smarnana kala. There are no hard and fast rules to chant the holy name of the Lord. You can chant anytime, anywhere. That's the first thing. Now, when it comes to our regulated japa, like suppose we do regularly one round, right? So when it comes to regular japa, the best is to take a bath and do in the Brahmora. Right?
Yes.
Second bath best is so I'm just telling the different levels, karke, which you see, because chanting becomes effective when we are in mode of goodness, right? So Brahmora is very Shuddha Sattva, and after taking a bath also we come in mode of goodness. But as soon as we get up on the bed, there is a lot of ignorance in our mind.
Yes.
So though the time is in goodness, but the ignorance of sleep has not gone. So probably the japa would be a mixture of goodness and ignorance with it.
Yes.
And taking a bath makes us very fresh. So if you're taking a bath at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, then better chant in the Brahmora time there. But if you're taking a bath 6 o'clock, then better wait till 6 o'clock and chant your rounds. That's what I would advise.
Yeah.
There. And Vaki, you can see for yourself where you are more attentive in the japa. That is most important. Okay.
Thank you.
I think Vaibhav Tiwari has a question. Yeah, by chanting only Hare Krishna, all problems can solve with it? Yes. In what sense it can solve? You will get a right guidance in your heart to solve the problems by the Lord, and you keep coming closer to the Lord. See, all problems in our life are because we have become away from God. So by chanting Hare Krishna, we come near to God. Then naturally we get inspiration how to solve the problems, and just by being with God, we feel security in our life in all situations. There. Okay. So I take Anupul Prabhu's question, then Ankur Prabhu, and then Jagdish Prabhu's question. Yes, Anupul Prabhuji. Something. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, I'm not getting. Hare
Just mantra.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah. Your voice is not coming.
Prabhu, it's not getting unmuted. Hare Krishna.
Now we are able to hear. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, आपकी अगर permission हो, so I would. She was talking about philanthropic work. If there is permission and time, I would like to narrate experience I had.
Please.
Prabhu, just about 5-6 months back, I was scrolling through the phone to find a lecture. Unfortunately, it went through a speech of Shushmita Sen, where she was talking about her film Tali, which was talking mostly about transgenders, and she's a good orator. And I got caught in it. I listened to another 2-3 lectures, and I told Ankul about it. I said, "Aise ho raha hai, this philanthropic work." It really pulled me down. I said, why can't we help people? Why can't we do this? Just exactly like what Mataji asked. And it drove me to so much, like I've been chanting for so long, and you can imagine like what my state was. And then, I told him I have to see this movie. And he said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Okay, you watch the movie." I watched the movie. And by the weekend, 15 days, I was in so much of depression. Then he was not able to convince. I mean, my chanting was going on. I was going to the temple. I said, "Why can't I do philanthropy? Like, why can't we go out and reach out to people?" Then I just picked up the phone and I called on Mahananda Prabhu and I told him, "Prabhu, I need to talk to you." And he very generously gave me a year. And he said, "What do you think of philanthropic work?" And to my luck or to my bad luck, I was mentioning about Mother Teresa. He caught hold of it and he gave me a full lecture about it. We all know Mother Teresa. We all know what, like today when you say Mother Teresa, humanitarian, how many children she's brought into. He said, "See, whatever good work you do, you have to come back to earth to, you get good results. So you have to come back to enjoy. Whatever negative philanthropic work you do, like we don't do negative philanthropy, but whatever negative results you get, you have to come down to suffer." Well, Mother Teresa was feeding non-veg to the children. She was giving soup, this thing. Well, taking you by your word, if she's such a good philanthropic work where she was looking after kids, usko bahut अच्छे points मिले होंगे. But she suffered bad karmas for it. But it's the same thing if you dovetail it to the Lord. आपको philanthropic work ही करना है ना, प्रसादम बांटना है, आपको preaching करना है. आप जाइए, preaching करिए, भगवत गीता की preaching करिए. Tell them, get out of this life. You cannot fight the karma. If you, on the roadside you give a beggar 10 rupees, he's going to drink, it is going to add to your karma. You go to do philanthropic work, don't get attached. Bharat Maharaj got attached, he took 2 lives. You will get attached, you don't know how many lives you'll get. You just don't know how many lives you'll get. Prabhu, I almost spent 1 hour talking to him. मेरा दिमाग ठिकाने आया. आपको करना है philanthropic work, करो ना. आपको प्रसाद बांटना है, मंदिर से लो प्रसाद, दो उधर. आपको preaching करना है, जाइए, आप भगवत गीता बेचिए, आप खड़े होके बेचिए. आप अगर एक ट्रांसजेंडर को बोलेंगे मत मांगो भगवत गीता, खड़ो, try giving him a भगवत गीता, see what his reaction will be. He will not want it. But if you want to really change him, preach to him, tell him this is not it. But at the end of the day, we have to realize, Prabhu, sab aadmi अपना कर्म जीने को आता है. This is a कर्म योगी भूमि where you have to undergo this thing. और रही मंदिर में देने की प्रसादम पैसों की बात, प्रभु, when we give any donation to the temple X, Y and Z, चाहे आप तिरुपति में दे रहे हैं या किसी मंदिर में, we give it with the intention कि ये भगवान को जा रहा है. अब वो मनी क्या हो रहा है, जो उस मनी के साथ स्क्वांडर करता है उसके कर्म बनते हैं, आपके नहीं बनते हैं. पर फिलेंट्रॉफिक वर्क में अगर आप कुछ भी नीच अनीच चीज करते हैं तो आपको डायरेक्ट उसका भोग करना पड़ता है. So, I mean, as a human being, we don't tell you you're not stone hearted कि कोई एक्सीडेंट हुआ, आप रोड में उसको ब्लीडिंग छोड़ के चले जाते हो. नहीं, I'm Krishna conscious, I can't do that. It is your duty to help him, to set him, to put him to the hospital, but don't get attached. After that, you शराब का bottle मांग रहा है, non-veg मांग रहा है, उसको लाके दे रहे हो. Don't get attached to it. I hope it answers the person's this thing, because I'm not feeling ashamed to tell you. I went through this just about a few months back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Ankur Prabhu?
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, Ankur Goel Prabhu.
Very Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
No. Only she wanted to ask. I'm okay. I'm good.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you very much, actually.
Yes.
She didn't log in from her phone, so we were both on one phone only. She said, "Can I use your phone?" I said, "Okay, no problem. You can ask me my phone."
So,
thank you, Prabhu. Tell me.
So, Guruji, my question is, I think in chapter 3, Gita concludes that Karma Yoga is the best, right? And in today's chapter, it concludes that, so Ashtanga Yoga, you said it's difficult and not for everyone. So Bhakti Yoga is the best. And in one of your previous sessions, you spoke about horizontal responsibilities and vertical responsibilities.
Yes, yes. Good. Good. You have remembered many things. Yes.
So I want to understand, is there a natural progression that we are talking about, or is there a virtuous loop between these two? How is it?
Yeah. So a very, very nice point. If you remember, I talked about a express yoga ladder and a progressive yoga ladder and an extended yoga ladder. Did you remember that slide?
Yes, yes.
So in the expressway yoga ladder is what? Wherever you are in, you come in contact with a Shuddha Bhakta, do Bhakti Yoga, and you directly attain prema for the Lord and go back to Godhead. Example Ajamila, which story I will tell you further. Second is progressive yoga ladder, that whatever duties you come in contact with devotees, but you continue to do your duties and offer all results, like as that Survi Mataji asked, do all your desires, all your duties for God only, right? And slowly keep doing sadhana bhakti, Shravan Kirtan. There, slowly your heart gets purified and you attain bhava and prema for Krishna and you go back to Godhead. There. So this is the recommended path, either express elevator or the progressive yoga ladder. Then there's a third path, what Krishna spoke in the 6th chapter, that better than karma is Dhyana, better than Dhyana is Ashtanga Yoga, and better than Ashtanga Yoga is Bhakti Yoga. So, which is an extended yoga ladder and which is quite difficult in Kali Yoga to practice, especially in today's age.
Okay.
Does that answer?
So express or the second
progressive,
one,
any of so express or progressive, whatever person can take it up, he should take it up there. But the general recommendation is sometimes people get the great faith in chanting, hearing, so they very much immerse into it. So just by doing chanting, hearing, they can attain perfection. But sometimes people don't have that taste. Then okay, then whatever you are doing, do it for connecting to Krishna. Slowly gain that taste. So that becomes a progressive yoga ladder. Okay. So whatever is the case, you keep doing your duties, offer it to God. At the same time, keep hearing about God as you are coming to the Gita sessions. ABCD, Association of Devotees, books. Books like Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada has written so many books, small books. Keep reading that. C for chanting. D, diet. Diet means whatever you eat, offer it to God and then eat. So we will discuss that also. ABCD. And E means do some seva for Krishna. So do you have this ABCD? So that is actually the path to come to God there. So basically, we have to do Bhakti Yoga. What Krishna is saying, we have to do Bhakti Yoga. That's the conclusion of the Gita. So does it answer your question?
Yeah. Thanks, Guruji.
Yeah. Okay. Jagdish Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
My question is about what I learned so far is whatever we do present, that our present karma decides our future, right? So my question is our life predestined by God? If it is mainly about like marriage, like whom I'm going to marry and when, or it is like based on my current actions, what I'm doing, that will find my future partner.
See, to some degree, you get a partner fixed with you. It's there in your prarabdha karmas to some degree. But when a person becomes a devotee, things don't remain the same. Things don't remain the same. Then Lord may change his prarabdha karmas to make it favorable for devotional service. So when you're a devotee, though your prarabdha karma may have a difference, but if Krishna says you're sincere, you're looking for a sincere partner who will help you in your bhakti, then he may arrange so. Isn't it?
Okay.
Like Krishna arranged Devahuti for Karza Muni. Karza Muni did a lot of tapasya. Then Lord Vishnu came and said, you will marry, Devahuti will come and then marry you.
Okay.
And the son was Lord Kapila. Right?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, I think last question, Mohit Prabhu, is 9:30. A lot of questions are coming. It's nice. Yes, Rohit.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Well, my question is, at what percent the previous life karma, it holds on in this janma, like what all we do, there is we are attached to previous karmas and all the fruits and all the negative fruits and positive fruits we'll be getting in this janma. So what percentage that previous karmas hold in our life in this janma?
See, the karmas of previous life will bring the situations. But how do you react to your situation depends on your gunas, prakriti, or your choices you make. You get my point? So, though the situations may come in our life, negative or positive based on karma, we always have a free will to deal with it, but depends on our present. Like you have a choice to attend this Gita course or not, isn't it?
Correct.
You have to just very simple. You have to just log out from the mobile and you have gone for the Gita course.
Yes.
Isn't it? It's so easy. But you are making a choice and attending this Gita course, right? So now different situations will come in our life. You have a choice. How do you react to them? How do you use them? Like you may get wealth based on your karma, but do you use your wealth to drink liquor or to read Bhagavad Gita? Isn't it?
Okay. Yes.
You have a choice on them.
Correct. Absolutely.
So the wealth might have come due to your past karma, but how do you utilize the wealth has not come by past karma. Krishna has your intelligence would have come due to past karma, but do you use your intelligence to harm others or do good to do others? Isn't it? That depends upon you or not.
Correct. It does depends on us. Yeah. So even that the thought, to do good to others, even that's somewhere related to past karma, isn't it? I mean,
it
even though if
depends on
you
sangha. It depends on your association. Karanam guna sangasya. In 13th chapter, Krishna says, Karanam guna sangasya sat yoni janmasu. There. See, if everything is determined, then why do Krishna speaking Bhagavad Gita at all? You would say, oh, Arjuna, जो होना है वो हो जाएगा. क्यों बैठ के आधा घंटा टाइम बर्बाद किया? क्यों हम टाइम बर्बाद कर रहे हैं अपना को वो सीख के? Right? Because our reactions are not predetermined. We have a chance. How do we react to it? Are you getting my point? There.
Yeah.
So now you're learning. So now you're learning Bhagavad Gita. Your thought is changing, right? But rather than hearing Bhagavad Gita, you watch TV. Your thoughts will be different, isn't
Absolutely.
it? Which channel you watch, that way your thoughts will take you. So the sangha, association matters a lot.
Okay. So that sangha or association is not predetermined or linked with our previous karma.
You have a choice, right?
Okay. Fair enough. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so thank you so much for coming and taking seriously. And tomorrow is starting Bhakti Yoga. So see you again. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada.